I'm Chief Wilkerson with Reading Benefit Fire Department, and this is my Assistant Chief, Mark Shoemaker. And we'd like to introduce our new Rescue 9 truck built by Unruh Fire.
Yeah, back in 2011, May 21st, 2011, Reading experienced a F3 tornado come through the heart of town. Got us to thinking about some of our needs and whether we'd be able to help the people in our community. So we started putting together a truck, and ultimately we ended up with Rescue 9.
At the first appearance, you'll see a little difference, especially the tires. I mean, they look really aggressive, and we looked high and low, and we couldn't really find any tires that would meet our needs out in the community. So we went with these super swampers. I mean, you can definitely tell it's an aggressive looking truck, but that is just one part of the actual physical appearance of the truck.
Yeah, there were so many things that we needed and didn't have that we incorporated into this truck. Like Scott said, we talked about the tires. You find out that your streets go away. You have debris, all kinds of things on top of the road, and even in the event of a rural farm extrication, we would need to be able to access the people in need of help. This is just going to allow us to get there and be able to get on scene as opposed to having to try to walk everything in.
There's also water supply. You know, on a rescue truck, any type of a vehicle extrication or anything, we came up with the help of Unruh Fire. We don't want to have to carry so much water where it would inhibit us being able to go out in the field. So we have a Trimax system in here, the Trimax 30, where it equals about 600 gallons of water. And all these are slide out. That makes everything a little bit accessible. The secondary door is the same way. We have transverse. They'll go as far as there on this side, and it will go through the other side, because sometimes you don't have the opportunity of being parked in the right place. So,
yeah, we're still in the process of trying to get all our tools where we want them before we get them secured. We've got a little bit of cribbing, some saws. They ultimately haven't found their final home yet, but that'll probably be a work in progress with us for, I would say, probably for the next year, just trying to figure out where the best place will be to be able to access these things. We found out that there's a lot of things, a lot of options that we have put on a rescue truck. And I guess maybe we'll just start in the cab, and Scott can go over some of the things we've got inside the cab available to us.
we actually have two go lights on the top, independently. Ran by some joystick. Is the state-of-the-art console. I mean, it has everything that you need in it. We have several different lighting packages on the floorboard at night and in the daytime. Back here, we have a thermal imager, a FLIR, a pack for radios, and in this container here, we have medical equipment.
Yeah, you're going to see that all the electronics that's inside the cab, and you're going to see it'll be typical across the board. We've got 110 volt household plugs in. We can plug in just about anything we want.
We have a bumper with the winch on the front. We actually even have an air horn on there. Get a look around on the front there.
Across the board, we've got 110 outlets, and pretty much all our boxes as we run across, because we found out that during a tornado, people need radios charged, they need phones charged. We have tools on board that need to be charged. We have an 8,000 watt generator on top. It's PTO driven. We'll sit there and run as long as we have fuel in this thing. Sort of a big deal being able to take care of your electronics.
And on top, we also have the commander light. Here's a remote for it. Obviously, you can't open it up here, but I mean, it's a great asset to any nighttime operations. Again, all our trays will slide out.
We're still a work in progress, getting our tools hung. We chose to put 3/4 inch plywood inside. We didn't want our trays to become Swiss cheese.
Pull that one out again, Scott.
So we opted to put a little bit of plywood in there. We can drill holes at our convenience, and if it gets to looking too rough, we'll pull the board out and we'll put a new one in.
What's a real big plus too is this lighting system that Unruh installed in there. I mean, they're LED strip lighting, and as you can tell, it really lights it up. And it's in every single door. Additional SCBA tanks, or we can use them for working air. We have airbags on there. We have a water rescue where we can fill up a hose, and they all use high pressure cylinders. So, and there's a good shot of one of the tires. I mean, you look at the front was a little bit wider, so we had to put actually an extra fender on it for mud, snow.
Yeah, this is actually a single track conversion. F550s come standard dualies, and we went ahead and opted to get rid of the dualies and go to a single track conversion to make us more accessible. Be able to get, if you'll notice too, along the sides of the box, you'll notice shackles that are hanging down. Those have been designed and installed to help us in the event we have a low angle rescue. We have anchorage points that we know we can count on. These are transverse compartments. We can pull this out, knock everything over at will, but everything will be secured at some point. But we can. Who put that thing in there?
I don't know.
When did we get that?
Somebody's already used it. It was the loaner. We just forgot to take it back.
We gotta get the truck back. I don't know.
As you can see, we have another plug in here. This goes out the same way.
We actually have steps that will help us access those top trays. We knew when we went big that we were going to give up some things, and height was one of them. We can access it, but we'll put our more commonly used tools down low and everything else up above.
We had them designed to split this box here, and came up with these plastic poly tanks. We have some cribbing in it right now. So look, most of the times you can't just drive right up to an accident where you're going to need some cribbing. Two men can grab this and take it right to on scene, so which makes it really handy. We have two of these, one on top, one on bottom. They can be cut down in sections, so we can have actually like two of them in there. And then the safety netting, which was a spot-on idea.
Start right here, compartment. Actually have a slide-out tray on the bottom. Makes access a little easier. Not exactly sure what's ultimately going to end up here. We've got some ice melt in here now. Seasonal, of course. These are stationary trays that are adjustable up and down. For the short term, have our cordless power tools in here, easily accessible, along with some other tools. And filling these compartments up, I'm sure, will be a work in progress.
And it does have a 110 outlet here, and with the lighting strip as well. Alright, on the back we got our little heavy hitters here, these hydraulics, Hurst tools, battery powered, cutter spreaders, and we have some airbags with all the other tools in there.
Yeah, the bottom tray is a slide out tray. The top tray is a solid tray. However, it's adjustable up and down, and seems to be working out real well. Now it's just a matter of figuring out what we need to get in there.
And again, here's an outlet with the LED strip lighting. We got some bumper lines in here off that calf system. Got 50 and 100 foot right here. Once you open that up and charge it, here's some secondary charging lines.
Yeah, we had those installed so that ultimately the man that's grabbing the nozzle knows full well that he's safe while he's pulling it out, that the line is not inadvertently going to get charged.
We do have a trunnion case here. Carries a lot of rescue stuff, heavy rescue items. We're looking for space. They gave it to us.
Yeah, this is a poly tote. It's got quite a bit of weight in there, but it is, I think it's probably 6-7 foot long and very accessible, waist high with the heavy stuff. All right, we'll crawl up here and I'll give you a look at the top of our truck. We actually have quite a bit of storage up here. Our box here, I've got an old fill line that we'll have to remove, but you'll notice we have a lot of our cold water ice rescue gear. We've got our low angle rope rescue gear up here, as well as a nebulous generator we have up there. It's PTO driven, works very well. This is the light that Scott talked about earlier. If we get an opportunity, we'll show you. This is our command light. It has 6 13-inch LEDs. Works very well, brings a lot of light to the scene. This is some more rescue rope that we have. We've got a Stokes basket. We've got some throw ropes, life vest. I don't know if this is going to be the permanent home for this equipment, but right now it looks like it's where it's going to be. Yeah, I think it'll fit the needs of our community. I think it'll help us out on scene. Bottom line is, it's to help people. That's, you know, it's a nice looking truck. It's very well equipped, but it will be
Serving mankind.
Be here to serve mankind. After you go through a natural disaster and see some of the things we saw, you come to appreciate the people around you, and you have a desire to help. And that's all we have here ready.
I would really like to thank Unruh Fire for being patient with us. I think a lot of this, their input with some of the options that we chose, they gave us really good input on a lot of those designs.
There was a lot of phone calls, a lot of emails, numerous trips to the shop to look at manufacturing, and they met all our needs. They could have simply done as we'd asked the first time, and we wouldn't have had the truck that we wanted. It was very much a hand-in-hand truck, and I think it's came out very well.
This is basically the reason why we got this truck, so I can reach this damn mountain.